You know how this ends.
The Blue Blood series finale, new CBS next Friday.
Nikki Glazer hosts the Golden Globes, live CBS January 5th and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Some light snow developing late tonight will continue into Saturday and could get some accumulation here, particularly in the morning hours. Weather details coming up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, President Biden is reportedly considering more pardons, including Anthony Fauci, before the Trump administration begins. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. Plus, Escanaba holds their Christmas parade for the community, complete with floats, lights, and candy. We'll see how it went. And teddy bears galore at the NMU hockey game tonight. We'll hear how it's spreading joy to families in the UP. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
We'll have some light snow developing late tonight, and that will continue into tomorrow morning, and we could get a light accumulation. Temperatures do go above freezing by the afternoon. Most of the precip should move out. Maybe a bit of a freezing mix, though, particularly from east of Marquette. Just watch for that. No serious problems, though, expected on the roadways. Temperatures, most areas should eventually get above freezing by late in the day. Rest of the weekend forecast later in the show. Kevin?
Thank you very much, Tom. President Biden is said to be considering a wave of preemptive pardons to protect Donald Trump's high-profile opponents from his possible retribution. But some Democrats argue these types of pardons could set a dangerous precedent. Ed O'Keefe has details tonight from the White House.
A preemptive presidential pardon is extremely rare.
For all offenses.
The most famous being Gerald Ford's pardon of Richard Nixon. And now, President Biden is considering it as a way to protect high-profile individuals who President-elect Trump might target once he takes office.
The president is reviewing other pardons and commutations.
The candidates for a preemptive pardon haven't been investigated or charged with anything, but they could include Dr. Anthony Fauci, who sparred frequently with Trump over COVID, Mark Milley, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff who reportedly called Trump a fascist, and former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney, who's attacked Trump regularly since the January 6th insurrection.
That the central cause of January 6th was one man, Donald Trump.
Also a possibility, incoming California Democratic Senator Adam Schiff, who, like Cheney, was a member of the House January 6th committee, and who Trump singled out during the campaign.
We have a lot of bad people, but when you look at Shifty Schiff and some of the others, yeah, they are, to me, the enemy from within.
But today, Schiff said he wasn't interested in a pardon.
I don't think the idea of a blanket pardon of some kind is a good idea, and I would recommend against it.
Legal analyst Tom Dupree said using pardons in this way to preempt investigations and prosecution would be unprecedented, and some might not want one for a simple reason.
I think there could be a lot of people who would prefer to fight it out in court rather than accept the pardon for fear that Americans would look at that pardon, again, rightly or wrongly, as an admission of criminal guilt.
The president's decision to pardon his son Hunter this past week now has Democrats calling on him to issue pardons to everyday Americans who may have been caught up in the justice system. The White House has signaled that those kinds of pardons, usually given out around the holiday season, are expected to happen soon.
President-elect Donald Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, wrapped up his first week of meetings on Capitol Hill this week. The former Fox News host and veteran received some additional encouragement from the president-elect today as he looks to shore up more support among Senate Republicans. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon has more.
Do you believe you have support from Republican senators to be confirmed?
This week, cabinet picks and key players close to the president-elect making their rounds on Capitol Hill, meeting with lawmakers to build support and outline their agenda for a second Trump administration. For cabinet nominees, the stakes are most high for Trump's pick to lead the Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth.
But this will not be a process tried in the media.
Hegseth has come under recent fire about inappropriate behavior and sexual misconduct, allegations he denies. Despite rumors of potentially being replaced by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Hegseth vowed to stay in the fight with renewed public support on Friday from the president-elect.
Proud to be here. And as long as Donald Trump wants me in this fight, I'm going to be standing right here in this fight, fighting to bring our Pentagon back to what it needs to be.
I support President Trump's, ability to appoint the people he wants to lead the government agencies.
Even though the House doesn't have a say in cabinet nominations, Representative Nick Langworthy trusts the president-elect's choices and says time is of the essence.
Having these positions filled and confirmed as soon as possible is critical.
All eyes are on the soon-to-be Republican-controlled Senate, which will determine the fate of each cabinet nomination in the new year. Assuming all Democrats vote no, Hegseth can only afford to lose 3 GOP votes. But some Republican senators have yet to go all in on Hegseth.
It's been very clear that members and my colleagues on the other side have had some reservations, and they haven't even worked it out on their side.
Democratic Senator John Fetterman says although several of Trump's cabinet picks would not have been his first, second, or even third choice,
these are people that are going to be there, and we're going to work with them, and I want to maximize the benefits for the people of Pennsylvania.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
The University of Michigan is no longer asking faculty candidates to provide a diversity statement as part of their hiring, promotion, and tenure processes. This new policy comes with a decent amount of pushback as opponents of the decision claim this is a step backward in the university's goal to achieve equity among its faculty. Jack Springate tells us why folks are expressing these concerns.
Well, this decision comes out of a recommendation from an 8-person faculty committee that says diversity statements can actually limit viewpoints, especially from those who feel like they might not get the job if their stances aren't politically acceptable. The group also found that diversity statements can help the university determine how potential applicants and faculty will add to the university's diversity goals. Asking for diversity statements was previously left to individual departments, but this new policy outlaws it across the entire campus. U of M Provost Lori McCauley said in an article by the University Record, quote, "I'm grateful for this faculty committee, which spent months soliciting feedback from across campus, evaluating our methods and determining the best course forward," end quote. Those speaking out against it say the university should have adopted all 3 at the same time.
When we don't allow people to express their trajectories, we intentionally select for just wealthy audiences and just wealthy white people.
I think they're not genuine, and I think this is the first step of a series of events that the university is falling victim to as a result of national intention to attack DEI with the new Trump administration coming in.
After adopting the recommendation to stop asking for diversity statements in faculty hiring, promotion, and tenure decisions, the university rejected policy recommendations to 1, incorporate content about DEI into teaching, research, and service statements, and 2, to bolster training on how to best write and evaluate such content. This also comes with growing concerns about divestment in Michigan's $85 million DEI initiative they started in 2016, especially with the upcoming political shift in Washington, D.C.
$1.6 million is on its way to Upper Peninsula businesses to help with workforce employment training. The Going Pro Talent Fund was launched back in 2014 to assist employers in training, developing, and retaining current and newly hired employees. 700 grants have been announced in this 2025 Round 1 funding, totaling over $40 million statewide. The Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity estimates the grants will train over 1,000 employees in the UP and 22,000 statewide.
Michigan will improve its competitiveness through our educated workforce. And so 22,000 employees who are participating in Going Pro Talent Fund are getting that education, those skills to make Michigan more competitive.
We have more information about those grants and the businesses receiving them on WZMQ19.com. Tonight, downtown Escanaba was filled with crowds of people and holiday cheer. The city held its annual Christmas parade along Ludington Street, going all the way from City Hall to Stevenson Avenue. More than 70 local businesses and organizations lit up their vehicles, played Christmas music, and tossed candy to kids along the route. Some attendees brought donations for the Toys for Tots float, and the U.S. Postal Service collected letters to send to Santa.
It brings a lot of people out, and I think it's kind of also the kickoff of the official Christmas season for the children events. And since the parade has been changed to the evening like this, I think the lights just add a magical theme to the whole event.
Afterward, attendees headed to the marketplace to tell Santa and Mrs. Claus what they'd like under their Christmas tree. The Northern Michigan University Student Athletic Advisory Committee, along with the Mining Journal Cheer Club, held a teddy bear toss during tonight's hockey game. Spectators were asked to bring a stuffed animal to donate to less fortunate children in the UP. A cascade of toys were tossed onto the ice where they were collected and sorted. They'll be donated to St. Vincent de Paul and the Salvation Army to give out to area boys and girls.
Keep in mind, the people that get these teddy bears, the kids may not have had anything without the help of Salvation Army or St. Vincent de Paul. They may not have had a Christmas. So you can imagine the impact that has on these kids. Can you imagine the kid getting this and the smile that's going to come on their face?
Tomorrow night, fans are asked to bring in new socks and toss them onto the ice before the first intermission. The socks will be given to several local charities, including the Beacon House and the Women's Center. Tom DeVecchio has your first warning weather forecast coming up after the break. Plus, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders is calling for more action to reduce obesity in America. We'll be right back.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Tonight, Colbert's got House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries from the agency Jeffrey Wright. Plus,
my wife Evie. Come on out, darling.
CBS Tonight.
Something draws us to Northern Michigan University, like a beacon, an experience. And so we head north. We immerse ourselves in the perfect environment to test our minds and try our hands. Guided by this community of scholars, mentors, and friends who show up for us in every way, we stay true. Because at NMU, where we are and who we are have always been one and the same, always north.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This Is Home Community Calendar.
The world's longest running prank show is back. Just for laughs, gags.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
If the snow hasn't fallen already or started to fall, it will start to fall later on tonight, and that trend will continue certainly through the midday hours on Saturday. As temperatures warm up, we may get a bit of a mix in there, perhaps a little bit of freezing rain, so watch the roadways. I don't think we'll see any serious problems with it, but could be a little slick, particularly on the bridges and overpasses if you are traveling during the day on Saturday, especially east of Marquette. Milder conditions do arrive for Sunday into Monday, causing some snow melt and probably some sloppy conditions, quite frankly, as the temperatures rise close to 40. Southwest winds pick up Saturday afternoon, and that's what's going to bring in that milder air during the day on Saturday and particularly into Sunday, as we don't expect the winds to go back north for a bit until probably the middle of next week. It is December. We don't get long warm spells, but we will be warming up certainly over the next several days here. Even tomorrow, you can see a nice little band of some snow here. Be a light, maybe some steady snow at times, even through the Marquette area. This isn't lake effect. It's a larger scale system that will keep the threat, but it quickly moves out during the afternoon. Notice some of the pinks and oranges in there. indicative of maybe a bit of a freezing mix as it moves out. Doesn't last very long. In fact, the skies may clear up by the evening, so snowfall amounts would be light, if anything. As we head on towards Sunday, maybe a quick hit of a flurry or a few showers here, but that's about it. As for snowfall amounts, by daybreak on Saturday, we'll probably have a half-inch coating, no more than a half-inch in most spots, but could get 1 to 2 for the day on Saturday, particularly here near Lance and out toward Newberry and towards Sault Ste. Marie, where we could get up to 2 to 3 of those steadier snowfall amounts. As for ice, not real bullish on it. You can see most of you maybe a trace. We have that 0.1 to be missing. I'm not real sure about that. But I don't think, again, it'll be a problem, but just keep in mind that there may be some icy areas on the roadways, particularly east of Marquette during the afternoon as you travel for tomorrow. Lows for tonight, dropping teens to lower 20s, cold enough for all snow to start. We'll get above freezing here for the afternoon. And that, again, will allow maybe for a bit of that freezing mix here and there, but that should quickly move out by late in the day. Make it to 40 Sunday and Monday, close to it. Not much precip on Sunday, good snow melt, but Monday could be sloppy when you mix in the rain and a little wet snow there. After that, Tuesday's your transition day, back to some cold air and some snow showers. Not expecting a lot right now with this particular cold outbreak for the middle of next week.
Thanks, Tom. The Senate Health Committee tackled the topic of rising obesity and diabetes in the United States and what's to blame during a fiery hearing with FDA officials. Chair Senator Bernie Sanders says the FDA is not treating the issue with the urgency it demands. Natalie Brand spoke with him and has more.
Senators grilled the outgoing leader of the FDA on why more hasn't been done to address rising rates of diabetes and obesity in the United States and what research has shown is the link to ultra-processed foods.
Much of what we try to do, frankly, gets blocked.
FDA Commissioner Dr. Robert Califf suggested his agency needs more resources and laws from Congress to combat legal challenges brought by the food and beverage industry. Senator Bernie Sanders has compared it to the fight decades ago against big tobacco.
We have an epidemic of obesity, an epidemic of diabetes. People are getting sick, people are dying. Our lifespan is lower than other countries.
Sanders wants to see front-of-label packaging, which would warn about products with high sugar, fat, or sodium, a change that's been under review since last year. Lawmakers also asked about strengthening the review of chemicals in popular foods.
Califf was talking too about research not being shared between the food industry and the public. Can Congress do something about that?
You know, we want to know what the impact of ultra-processed food, of high amounts of sugar are on human health.
For its part, the consumer packaged goods industry said in a statement it's committed to protecting access to nutritious, affordable, convenient, and safe food.
If we take the issue seriously, it means confronting the industry.
Senator Sanders says this should be a bipartisan issue that he hopes gets increased attention with the next administration.
During the hearing, FDA officials also hinted a decision could be announced in coming weeks on whether it will ban red dye number 3 in food, which California moved last year to ban over health concerns. Mike Ludlam has your sports highlights. When we come back, we'll see how NMU matched up against Fair State in hockey tonight. We'll be right back after this.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards pounds in cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount. So it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-653-7551. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-653-7551. Order now.
For most people, their second biggest purchase is their vehicle.
It matters what you buy and who you buy it from.
Selection matters.
Riverside has 7 dealerships and 10 different brands.
Certified matters. Shop our huge inventory of certified vehicles at riversidehasit.com. Trade-in values matter. Riverside gives you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us.
Selection, quality, and price. What matters to you matters to us at Riverside Auto Group.
Good evening, everyone. All 3 Upper Peninsula College hockey teams are home this weekend. That, of course, includes Michigan Tech, the Huskies at the McGinnis Student Ice Arena taking on St. Thomas. And it would be the visitors getting on the board first as they bring the puck up the ice. Cole Miller will find Ryan O'Neill. He'll find Mason Poolman for the goal at 11:34. And the Tommies have a 1-0 lead. But Tech comes back less than 3 minutes later. It is Owen Baker off the rebound. Steven Sardarian and Ryland Brown with the assists. That ties the game at 1. Jump to the third period on the power play once again. Ryland Brown will get the goal coming up right here from Max Koskiperti and Chase Pietala, and that would give Tech a 2-1 lead at 10:13. And then it was just a matter of trying to get Derek Malahy to get enough saves. He ended up with 25. He was last week's CCHA Goalie of the Week, and Michigan Tech is the winner of this one by the count of 2-1. He's excited. Let's go to the Berry Event Center where NMU was taking on Ferris State. Ryan Willett once again starting in goal for the Wildcats. In the first period on the power play, Caden Galt will get one through right there, and that would give Ferris a 2-0 lead. And at the very, 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 very end of the second period, number 8, Tyler Schleppe, will get a power play goal. Technically, it came with 0.2 of a second left in the period. In the scorebook, it actually marked at 20 minutes. So 3-0 Bulldogs. NMU gets a goal off a steal by Aiden Hutchinson. That was an even strength goal. However, it would be the only one NMU would get. Ferris takes this one 3-1. Noah West made 35 saves for Ferris. Ryan Willett 23 for NMU. On the CCHA scoreboard, Lake Superior State, nope, that's not Lake Superior, that is not the CCHA scoreboard. We will tell you that Bemidji State defeated Lake Superior State 2-1, and it was Minnesota State over Bowling Green, that one by a score of 4-1. Let's go to high school hockey. At least we'll get the videos going. This is the West Michigan showcase between Houghton in the Dark Sweaters and East Grand Rapids. And Hudson Markham from the right side of your screen came in and scored right there. That was at 11:14 and a 1-0 lead. Move to the second period. Also again late on the rebound, number 12, Brady Ross will get the rebound past Cooper Flax, and that ties it at 1. Nobody scored in the third period, so the teams went to a shootout to decide this one. Jace DeForge beat freshman goalie Charlie Finch to get the Gremlins started. Funny thing about this shootout, 3-3, all the shooters scored. Then the goalies made 6 straight saves, and then East Grand Rapids took the lead, and Finch stopped Jay Hallinan right there. The Pioneers won the shootout 4-3 and the game 2-1. Also in high school hockey, Calumet over Escanaba 5-4. Marquette all over Saginaw Heritage 8-0. They had 4 goals in the first period. And Negaunee is at the Petoskey Showcase and defeated Tawas area by the count of 7-2. Boys high school basketball, Ishpeming, Westwood, good old rivalry to get things going in December. We will go to the second quarter. Caden Luma ready to run the play, but ball bounces off his foot. Ethan Marta claims control, goes in for the layup. 2011 Patriots, Marta poured in 26 points. For the Hematites on the next play, Grady Gauthier, Caden Luma, working a pick and roll with Ethan Korp. He gets the pass, uses the window nicely for 2. Ishpeming back within 20-13. New Hematites coach Paige Yoho tells JV coach Dandre Yohi that's how the play should work every time. Next, Kenny Ambrule, Ethan Korp, inside to Caden Luma. Good defense, but Luma able to put that one in. Hematites down 5 at 20-15. Then Luke Gray's team finds another gear toward the end of the half. Tristan Miller will look in one direction and say, hey, there's somebody open. That's Reed Frastraglio for the layup. Ethan Korp tries to drive the lane, but Tristan Miller interrupts that with a steal, and he will go in for a basket. Marta will score another one right near the end of the half with a crossover coming up right there, and a Euro step as well. Patriots close the half on a 14-2 run, leading 34-17 at the break, and they go on to win 61-44. To the board for the numbers here. Let us hope that Kingsford pops up first, and they do. Flivers over Escanaba 73-47. Iron Mountain cruises past West Iron County 72-22. Traverse City West 5 better than Marquette 70-65. Menominee is playing at Benzie Central in a 4-team tournament. North Muskegon, not again, beat them 49-37, did the same in football. It was Alpino over St. Ignace 59-38. Ojibwa Charter 9 better than Big Bay Denok 66-57. Munising over Stevenson 48-33 for the Eagles. Owen Keno went over the 1,000-point mark. North Dickinson gets 32 from Trenton Kramer and 21 from Ty King in the 86-53 win over Kearney NATO. Baraga dashes past Lakeland and Hubble 65-37. Ironwood 9 better than you and Trail Creek 56-47. Traverse City Christian over Cedarville 66-42. And it was Harbor Light Christian over Maplewood Baptist 67-58. Turning the girls basketball, let's go to Baraga, where the Vikings were taking on Lake Linden Hubble. And hopefully the video cooperates. I know it's in there. I made sure it got in there. I guess it's not getting in there. Okay, well, I will simply tell you that Lake Linden Hubble pulled away and won that one by the score of 49-37. So let's try with the girls basketball scores if we could. There we go. Iron Mountain over Gwynn. That was 49-30. Negaunee makes the trip to Houghton and comes back with a 57-46 win over the Gremlins. Grand Blanc 50, Marquette 34. Dollar Bay 20 better than Chassell 47-27. And it was Calumet over West Iron County 42-31. Wakefield Marinisco over Ontonagon 61-53. Ewan Trout Creek 58-35 over Ironwood. Change the page. North Dickinson 51, Bark River Harris 37. We did not hear from Rapid River and Superior Central. Big Bay Denok easily over Ojibwa Charter 61-19. Brimley, a 1-point win over Newberry 43-42. Pickford 40, Rudyard 21, and Cedarville Detour, no problem with Engadine 60-25, plus Harbor Light Christian 34, Maplewood Baptist 33. Now, when we come back camera on me, please. Thank you. We will tell you about some of the high school football players who made All-State from the Coaches Association.
Tonight, Colbert's got House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries from the agency Jeffrey Wright. Plus,
my wife Evie. Come on out, darling.
CBS Tonight.
Optimize your home during Kirkish Furniture's Black November sale. This GE electric range, $579. GE over-the-range microwave, just $199. Whirlpool gas range, $599. 12-month no-interest financing and free local delivery.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all of the action this week on WZMQ 19. This Sunday, the Cleveland Browns travel to Pittsburgh to battle the Steelers at 1. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19.
Celebrate the season with Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. Gathering with family and friends during the holidays will create cherished memories that will last a lifetime. Make the season even more special this year with a holiday engagement. Stop into Richardson Jewelers and choose the perfect engagement ring. Your family and friends will raise a glass in celebration. Make your holiday engagement special with Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette.
At Richardson Jewelers.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Mathis Court is in session.
On WZMQ CBS. Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
We're looking at some light snow developing for tonight and going into early tomorrow morning. And accumulations by daybreak tomorrow, not a lot, probably less than a half inch. But as you go through Saturday, especially in the morning, snow could be steady at times, maybe up to an inch or two just southeast of Lance. And Marquette, you could get a couple, maybe 1 to 2, maybe up to 3 or 4, though. Newberry out towards Sault Ste. Marie. And there could be a little bit of freezing mix in there during the afternoon. Not real bullish on any kind of major ice, but it could be a little slick for some of you, particularly east of Marquette, where the warm air will take a little bit longer to get in. But everyone should get above freezing by late in the day. Make it close to 40 for Sunday. On Monday, I think we have a decent chance, with Monday being rather sloppy with the rain and wet snow falling. Cooler air for Tuesday, back into the 20s. Some light snow, no major snow right now expected for Wednesday into Thursday. Kevin, back to you.
Tom, thank you very much. And Mike, I know you have one more thing for us tonight.
Let's get to the All-State football players from the Upper Peninsula by the Coaches Association. In Division II, offensive lineman Talon Smith of Marquette, who's going to Central. In Division 6, linebacker Eli Cody of Negaunee and defensive back Baron Heslip of Negaunee. Menominee has a pair in Division 7, lineman Lucas Toon and quarterback Tanner Terkoff. Iron Mountain with 3, wide receiver Oscar Kangas, Alex Jane the running back, and Alec Hefferkorn in the D line for Division 8. Now an 8-player, we're always busy, Hayden Rader of Pickford, wide receiver Owen Bai of Norway, quarterback Tommy Story of Pickford, Cole Bai of Norway, and Eli MacDonald of Pickford. In Division 2, the offensive people are Kevin Giuliani, Spencer Willa, Caden Bessinen, Lane Gorzinski, Austin Gordon of Ontonagon, and wrapping up quickly, Matthew Showers, Brody Starr, Aiden Burton, and specialist Dietrich Reisner of Forest Park. Have a nice weekend.
Attention families with a loved one in a nursing home. If your loved one has suffered from bed sores, falls, broken bones, dehydration, or even death, you may be entitled to a substantial settlement. If you have a loved one who is injured in a nursing home, we will find